All right, it is 96.9 Cool FM. I'm working very hard. I'm going to stop swearing this year.
Me too.
Shut up. I mean, reduce the level of your voice. What's going on, girls?
We're good. I mean, we're excited. Today is Monday. I feel like I'm the
What's
only
going on, girls and Zika? What's funny?
Daddy Freeze. Am I not a girl? Am I not a girl?
No. Whatever you are, I don't know and I don't care. Okay, so what's going on? Naomi,
Yes, Daddy Freeze.
first of all, you said you had something to talk about.
Yeah, was it about? Oh, I was talking about the Diddy stuff, and then we migrated to. Okay, first let's start with the Diddy stuff, right? Because
Okay.
it was what led to the main discussion that we have today. Now, first of all, we all know that Diddy is now dating his son's ex-girlfriend.
Emphasis on X.
Girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I don't even understand Diddy anymore. Like,
What don't you understand?
why would you be dating your son's ex-girlfriend? Like, is that how bad it is
It's
after
Lori
Akasi left you?
Harvey. She's on everyone's hit list. Like, who doesn't want Lori? And also, who doesn't want Diddy? Who doesn't want Diddy?
Who doesn't want
So
Diddy,
that's
right?
the
Because
reason.
he's a great catch. Do you think Diddy is like the Yankee version of Sugar Daddy? Like,
It's like that cool, you know, like those cool uncles that used to visit
But
you in school.
you see, I have friends, yeah, who wouldn't date
Diddy.
any woman that any of their friends have dated.
Exactly. Like, how do you want to
Doesn't
date?
make it right or
What if they're
wrong.
dating the person, then eventually they whenever they
What
meet
if-
in the beginning?
What if the son
As
was
long as
too-
you're not dating your mother or any of your sisters or maybe your first cousins, I think for me the taboo ends there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second cousins is alright.
It's not even about the taboo. It's first of all,
Hold
it's
on.
about the loyalty. Then second of all,
Loyalty
is
to
why
what?
do you want to be with somebody that your friend has been with? Why?
Because
you see-
Because I
maybe
love
all
love.
my destiny-
Because I
elsewhere,
love the
because-
person,
because
which
I
is
love
one
the
thing that is
person.
always out of your
No,
equations,
that if
Naomi.
you guys end up together, I have been with him first. I'm gonna troll you with that
No,
for the
not
rest of
yet.
my
Even
life.
before I
If
fall
you've
in
been
love.
with him first, then
I'm
stay
going
out.
to- I'm going to-
No, you don't get it.
Listen,
She becomes his stepmother.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
He's been with her before, but now she's his stepmother.
Well, I guess he was always calling her mama.
In Nigeria, he will call
I'm
her
sorry.
mommy.
Diddy might have all the money.
Oh, yes.
Ballet.
Diddy might have all the money in the world, but his decisions, though, I really don't understand him.
do you mean?
Because no, sorry, I
The girl broke up
don't
with
know
his
if I can
son.
rate
So. Years
to
ago.
date the
It's
father.
not like it's recent.
Even if it's recent.
your son. How you stooping so low to date somebody
is
that your
stooping
son
low?
What is
has
stooping
Who
there?
is stooping? No, it's Lori. These are both big
We
names.
met.
I don't know about that.
We like.
We fell in
She's
love.
okay,
We
fine.
fell in love.
How old is
Your son has been like intimate with this girl.
So
Oh Lord,
No,
I
I
can't
love
even
her.
believe you guys.
like
now I love her. So
yeah.
If that is right, then if this thing you guys are saying, if it's right, then I don't see anything wrong with people saying that sugar daddies and stuff are like blessings, because I don't see it's the same thing.
to
No,
you,
no,
is
no,
a
no, no.
sugar daddy.
Diddy, no.
Hold on.
It's no.
Wait.
I'm not gonna say blessing.
Diddy
right?
doesn't look like a sugar.
But-
daddy.
No,
Diddy looks
Naomi,
good.
off mic, you
Yeah.
said
Daddy
it's a
freeze,
blessing.
daddy freeze.
Don't be afraid of what.
No, I'm not afraid of
You two
anybody.
people
I'm not
say.
afraid about. I'm not afraid.
So tell us,
I'm just saying.
is sugar daddy
Maybe-
a blessing?
or
You
a
have to pick a
curse.
side or a curse.
If you're gonna put it between a blessing and a curse, I won't say it's a curse exactly.
Choose
Blessing
one.
or curse
choose
is a
one.
hustle.
Blessed
Amal,
or cursed.
In this part of the world, it has been more of a blessing than a curse, because there are so many benefits from it. I'm not saying I have a sugar daddy or anything. No. Before
You
will
don't
come and
even
tell me-
have to say.
We
We already know.
Goes without saying.
No.
Don't worry
Whatever.
about that.
No,
You can't dribble out of
No,
this.
that is
But just continue
No, I'm not
anyway.
dribbling out of anything. I'm just saying. Listen, if you can't say it's a curse, because first of all, people date these men because first you know that men are entitled to marry more than one wife in this part of the world, right? And how do you get married to somebody? You start courting the person first. You start dating the person first, right? And in the process of dating, these men empower these ladies. They set them up. Some see them through schools, do things for them like that. That will even make them become better people tomorrow.
Why
So how
are
is that
you-
a curse?
It's a
You
circle
see,
of life.
But
I
you
don't
just said it will
understand.
end that's for those that will end the marriage.
Yeah.
Yes.
what the-
And
No,
what's your intention? Do you want to get married to him, or you're just after something?
There are people that have two wives, and only one wife knows that only one of the parties knows that of the other.
Yeah.
But it's not a normal thing. But it
Usually
happens.
the side chick knows the wife.
Yeah.
Yes.
Poor wife.
There's one in the video there's one. There's one I saw yesterday. The man was saying it outrightly that his wife and his girlfriend speak to each other. That they talk. So this thing, it depends on how it is. For me, I don't think it's completely a curse. I wouldn't say it's a curse. If it
Why
has
would you say it's a curse?
No,
How
if
would you
it
say
does
something
make-
you are doing is a curse?
Daddy,
Something that is
No,
benefiting
Daddy,
her.
Daddy, please, this is not fair. Don't make it about me. I'm just saying because I've seen. I mean,
Hold
a lot
on,
of those
hold
people
on.
that you people call your
Dating
face
a sugar
have
daddy
sugar daddies that take care of them.
Let me spell it out to you.
Okay,
Guys.
what is
It's
a
not
sugar
just
daddy?
a curse. It is prostitution.
Shun.
How?
It is
How? They're in a
No.
relationship.
harlotry.
No,
Yes.
no.
Daddy,
It
please.
is
Actually, no.
porneia.
Because
No.
they're in a relationship. They are in a relationship. Now it's up to you if
No.
you want.
You see.
we
Is
go.
Is the girl really in a relationship, or she's there for the money?
I do not believe in what the church sells as no sex before marriage. It's a false doctrine. Do you understand? But you see, marriage itself is a ceremony. If you are in a relationship with a woman and you want to start sleeping with her, you're in a relationship with a man and you want to start sleeping with them, you've got to make your intentions known. You've got to go and present yourselves to the family. You've got to have her as a betrothed.
That's why we post this
Wife.
on Snapchat.
Do you understand? You've got to do introduction. You've got to do knocking of door.
Yes.
Before you start what?
Before you can sleep with somebody and
Yes.
say that you are in a relationship and you are not married yet, but you want
Or
to get
like
intimate.
before you can sleep with so.
Yes.
So
Because you are
not-
considered married, you've just not done the ceremony.
Wow.
Wait, let me.
And then marriage.
I need to
Yes.
understand that, please.
Let me tell you how
before
it
you-
works.
I
Let
need
me
to
tell
say
you
if
how
I'm
marriage
dating
works.
someone.
Yes.
Before I would be sexually involved with the person, I have to take the person to my
My
family.
family
Yes.
do
And show-
introduction
Yes.
and all that.
Where does that exactly work? Nigeria? Or where?
No, but that is how it should be.
Should be.
Okay.
Okay. Should be.
And,
Oh,
and,
should be.
and as
Yeah.
Christians, you see,
Okay.
a marriage is actually conducted between a man and his wife. If I want to marry you, I just hold your hand. Because there's nowhere in the scriptures where this is how you get married in Christianity was given. And it wasn't given for a reason. Now you can choose to submit yourself to the law, but to the law of the land, but we also have to be very careful because the law of the land in India is different from the law of the land in Igbo land and it's different from the law of the land in Yoruba land. So we can be very hypocritical about submitting to laws of lands.
Yeah.
So what really is a marriage is me in sincerity saying to Naomi
I want to marry.
that
want to
Naomi,
marry
I
you.
want to marry you.
Okay.
Take me as your wife. And we invite Christ into our midst and then we
By
get
ourselves.
married. Then we do the needful. Go and inform our
family.
families that we want to get married. And we do what the wife's tradition requires. If it requires bringing a goat that looks like Naomi, which is very easy to find, you just buy a short
Very
goat
pretty
with
goat.
tatankuku hair
Wow.
and take it with a rope and tie it in their compound and all that. Then you can save up for the
Greatest of all
ceremony
time, I
later.
see.
Wedding in the church is an absolute waste of time, has no
Waste of
scriptural
money.
value, a total waste of money and an act of, if you ask me, total foolishness. So if you ask me, but you didn't ask me, so that's
Okay.
why I'm muttering the word. So in all honesty, that is the kind of relationship where if you come to me and tell me, this is the kind of relationship I'm in, is different. But you see, I'm now married to Naomi. I now want to marry Amal. I'm now sleeping with her and paying for her school. That's prostitution.
No, dear, because it's just we are committed.
No.
No.
I
Listen,
think
No.
we use
Daddy,
the-
please.
if
I-
The
if I-
families are not even
for
aware
me
of
to take
you.
a second wife, there's a clause. First of all, I must go and collect Naomi's permission.
Yes.
Hold on.
Daddy, please.
Wait now. Nene, there is this young girl I like. Don't worry, Nene.
I want to bring her into the
The
house.
Bentley that I've ordered from the overs is on its way in the container.
Container don't
I will still
lie.
buy you
Container.
Hermes
I think
bag.
I don't see cool.
Don't worry, the mansion in Banana Island still belongs to you. I will buy her a mansion in Lekki Phase 1. so that she will know that you are her first wife.
Yes.
Okay.
So I now go to Naomi to
Amal.
Amal's house. But now I can now not use prayer to tie me and her
Daddy
together
Freeze,
again.
all this one.
Because a man and a woman, this is me trying to be extra. So then I have to pay her bride price. You understand?
Yeah.
So even if I don't marry her fully, I must have paid her bride
Bride
price. Not just to her father, but to her family community.
Okay.
And then I can now start reaping the benefits of this voluptuous Ugandan queen. Anything apart from that is prostitution.
Daddy
Yes.
Freeze,
Well, I
Daddy
think
Freeze.
it's the name Sugar Daddy. Once it's Sugar Daddy, I think that's
Maybe we should
prostitution.
go on a break and come back.
All right, we're going to go on a break, and when we come back, we'll continue talking about Naomi and Amal's profession. Stick around.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Don't make this about us. I'm going to be realistic. Here in Nigeria, I would say it has been more of a blessing than a curse, because all of your favorites, all of these people that you look at on Instagram and say, oh my God, they're hot, they're this, they've been empowered by these people, right? So yeah, I think they've
doesn't
made
make
them.
prostitution right.
Yes.
No,
It doesn't make it right.
Nigerian
It
life.
doesn't make it right.
It doesn't
If
make
it
it
is
right,
what you are
but it has
doing-
made them have a better life. So you
Hold
cannot
on.
say
If it
that
is
make
what
it.
you're doing, you're an Olosho.
Yeah.
We need to go on a
Olosho.
break, Daddy Freeze.
Write it down
No.
now.
No, but
No,
when
I
we
don't
come back,
There's a
we'll,
description for what you're doing.
I don't
It's
agree.
called Holosho.
it's called being a beneficiary.
That's
All right,
that's
we'll be
the-
back in a moment.
Yes,
Stick around.
We'll be back, guys.
And we'll be taking your calls. All right, Daddy Freeze is back, and this time is not with the lobsters, is with the. Can I use the word Olosho?
Angels.
Daddy Freeze, no, how can you say that now?
Because y'all are saying sugar daddy is a blessing.
But Daddy Freeze, we have good reason to say so.
Oh, of course, it's your trade.
No, like
Do your parents know this?
Please,
what
it's
you're
not a
doing?
blessing.
Please,
Hi,
Daddy Freeze,
please,
no,
please,
it's not
please,
about
please.
us. It's not about us. We're just talking about what we see in our society
Okay,
today.
I like watches. Can you say Daddy Freeze wearing a Rolex is a sin? Or is a bad thing?
No.
Because I like watches. And I promote watches. Same thing with you guys. You promote sugar daddies.
we're not
No,
No,
promoting
we're not
them.
promoting
But
it.
Daddy
Daddy Freeze,
Freeze,
stop. Daddy Freeze, stop.
First of
Stop
all,
doing this
Daddy
thing
Freeze,
now. Stop
not
letting
all
them.
sugar daddies want sugar. Some of them actually want to see you,
You know,
prosper in life.
exactly.
Really?
Yeah, no, but it's
Stop
true.
pushing
Haven't
when
you-
You shut up.
there are actually some people that meet you and maybe they see greatness in you.
Oh,
And
wow. They see greatness in you.
Well,
No,
Daddy
like
Freeze, I'm
they
with
They
you
bring their
here.
greatness in you.
No, like they want to see you shine. So
They
you know
see
that-
their greatness in you, right?
That is not what I'm even talking about.
No, but
I feel like
you
No,
know
no,
sugar
no,
daddy.
no, no, first of
No,
all, can
no,
we break
no.
down? Can we cut the horse crap and face what being a sugar daddy really involves?
And
what does being a
It is
sugar daddy?
not a
It
motive-
involves. It's a relationship.
No, it involves exchanging for benefits.
No,
a
that's
sugar
not.
daddy is
That's
Yeah,
not.
so-
No,
a sugar
yeah,
daddy
that
is
is what
someone
it
you're
is.
with for their financial status.
it's
That's a
someone
sugar
that
daddy.
you're with.
And you are with
You
doing
might-
what? Taking Instagram pictures?
No,
No, you
Daddy Freeze, no.
you could
To
be
explain what
Grow-
you do
you're
with a
growing
sugar daddy.
together. He's
You're
inspiring
growing
to where?
with somebody else's husband whose grandchildren are your age.
He's inspiring you.
Inspiring
what?
you.
Who better to inspire you than the CEO of a huge company? If you
What are you saying?
You see, it's not wrong. There's another, scripturally, Abraham had concubines. So did David. So did Solomon had 700. Or was it 700 wives and 300 concubines? I keep getting confused over the number. There's so many. Now, I want to read something to you. I don't know if I'm allowed to, because when I do this, I usually get into a lot of trouble. 2 Samuel.
Nobody really follows the scripture that if
2 Samuel 6 and 22. Let's just read this. Okay, so you understand that I'm not 2 Samuel 6. I think I'll read from 15. Meanwhile, Absalom and all the army of Israel arrived at Jerusalem, accompanied by Ahithophel. When David's friend Hushai the Archite arrived, he went immediately to see Absalom. "Long live the king," he exclaimed. "Is this way you treat your friend David?" Absalom asked him. "Why aren't you with him?" Blah, 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 blah. So if you go to 20, Absalom turned and said, "What shall I do next?" Ahithophel said, "Go and sleep with your father's concubines." Read it. This is actually
For he has left them here to
look after the palace. Then all Israel will know that you have insulted your father beyond hope of reconciliation, and they will throw their support to you. So they set up a tent. Read. So they set up a tent on the palace roof
where everyone
could
could see it. And Absalom went in and had the act of love with his father's concubines.
10 of his father's concubines.
Wow.
In the open view of all Israel. Anyway, we're not talking about the rooftop or the tent. We're talking about the concubines now. So many of you go into the Old Testament to pick things that favor you. So having concubines wasn't really outlawed. Now, having many wives is different from having many concubines. Now, having a sugar daddy can be explained in today's world as being a concubine, because what was a concubine? How come Solomon had wives and concubines? Concubines are lesser wives.
Yes.
They are women
bed
who
warmers.
you take care of. So, like you're saying, sending them to school, like your instance, for instance, what you did, I was just joking when I said it's Oloshoism. It's actually concubinage. So you were a concubine at that point.
It's not me, please. Don't make it about
you
me.
still are.
Don't make it Lagos. No, it's not about me. I'm not talking about myself. I'm just talking about the question. The question was, can we say in like
swear on your
no,
life?
I am nobody's concubine.
No,
I'm nobody's concubine. Daddies, please.
Where did Amal go to?
Daddies, the question was, in Nigeria, can we say
About
sugar
that
daddy
is concubine
is a curse or a blessing? I am saying, even if we say it's not a blessing, we cannot categorically say it's a curse, because it has helped a lot of people.
Yes.
So many girls have gone to school today because they had a sugar daddy.
So many girls
So
have
many
reached
people-
So
out.
can we say their education was funded through Oloshoism?
It's not Oloshoism
It's
because they
true.
had a relationship with one man.
Okay, so they were
Just
concubines.
maybe-
Poverty elevation.
Do you prefer the
You
word
see-
concubine?
no, but you saying concubines become wives.
These are
So,
poverty.
After
end of the
enough
day-
jazz.
No, really, that it doesn't happen like that.
Hierarchy lab.
This is their role that they only just gave happened. It's so rare.
No,
for you
it
to
doesn't-
see it is for you to see a sugar daddy that will train you in the university, help you financially and all that without
No, there are different levels.
Whatever-
They are those are going to buy you chin chin
without-
and
what is doing every other thing.
What is without your single boyfriend that you're dating? Your single boyfriend that you're dating, are you not giving him the sugar? So what is it?
we're talking about sugar daddies.
No, but
That's
what
what I'm
is
saying.
No,
You're
it's
getting
different.
older than
It's
you.
different.
Your
It's
single
different.
boyfriend, you'll be
Please.
telling him, Victor, stop it. Kenneth, stop it. Kenneth, you're
Kenneth,
doing
I don't
this
like
thing too
it.
much.
You understand?
This thing will enter demorage.
And he will not even discuss your
Kenneth,
career with you.
you
He
know
will not
what?
even ask
I'm not
you.
coming to see you for 2 weeks before you run mileage on this thing. But when is Baba will say, put one leg on the gate. Put the second leg on the estate
That is, how do
gate.
you know this though?
Put your hand on my neighbor's roof
How do you know what this is? How do you know what
and
this
reverse
is?
into me. And you say, yes, daddy, I want to please you,
As
daddy.
you're pleasing him, you're stretching your hand to get some
Hey, teach us, master.
teach you what.
No, you
Come here
are
and be
so
forming for us.
train us, dear.
You'll be stretching your hand to get enough cash.
What are you getting your one hand, dear?
She said she's collecting money as she's doing it.
Oh, that's how you do.
Who doesn't collect
But I
money,
thought you said
please?
yours
This
give
one will
you-
still buy a car for our boyfriend. Without
Yeah.
work she's doing.
Yeah.
Have you met those girls? I'm
Yes.
not working, but they are living better than us that are working.
Yes.
They sit in their houses
They're not
and
like-
they wear nice clothes, and once in a while, I just see one Jeep parked and their door will be locked.
Those kind of people
For
now,
like
they will
3
never tell
hours.
you that this thing is a curse.
There are girls that you ask how much.
Hey,
is
it's
your
a blessing
hair?
to them.
But you
I
see,
feel like
you see,
no,
you see,
but if you have a
That's what they will say.
relationship with them, if you have a relationship with one sugar daddy, right, and he's empowering you, like he's
why must everything be about
positioning you, he's giving
Because
you,
they're
he's
different.
Hold on,
giving
hold
you
on.
a
Let
job.
us define
He's
the
giving
word
you a
prostitution.
Job. He's giving you, maybe you've been able to have
Yes.
a PhD because
Let's
of
know
it,
what
or
it means.
Why else am I going to
So
have
if
with someone who's not
you're
helping my life?
exchanging,
Hold on.
even your boyfriend is helping
Hold
you
on.
somehow.
Let us talk about prostitution.
Or your girlfriend.
According to Science Direct and according to Wikipedia. So Science Direct defines prostitution as a gendered, sexualized, and racialized labor system, one that typically involves the exchange of services for money, goods, or other benefits.
It's not the one that we're saying.
That's what it is.
This one is with numerous people.
Yes.
But this one,
Now listen,
what
the
we're talking
word
about is one
encompasses
person.
different types of intimate arrangement that blur the boundaries between erotic, emotional, and economic labor. According to Wikipedia, on the other hand, it's a business or practice. It could be a business or it could also be a practice. Like Naomi's own is not exactly a business. It's just a
No, but Naomi, no, everyone.
but Amal's own is a business.
yes. I mean,
First of all, I don't.
Zika's own is a hybrid, a combination of a business.
It's
a
not
service.
true. It's not true,
First of all,
please.
I don't. I'm not into that type of sugar daddy lifestyle.
Wow.
You're the next
You
level.
repented.
No, she's on the next
No, I've
level.
never.
She's on the next
Swear
level
on
of
your
sugar
life.
daddy.
That is
Swear that
I-
thunder will strike you this night. The last person that swore
Daddy,
thunder
please
struck.
don't make don't
That-
no, don't be
exactly.
putting us on the spot like this.
Don't worry. I'll hide your trade.
You don't need to hide. You don't need to hide anything.
Let me read
there's
this
actually
thing
nothing
out.
I
to
would swear,
hide.
but I don't.
If I was
is
gonna have a
something.
sugar daddy, I'm
Hold
gonna.
You would swear, but you don't
You're
believe
gonna
in
have to be
swearing.
Swearing. I
You
can
mean if you're
swear.
gonna have
Don't
another
worry, you
one?
did not repent. You're only just on the
Daddy,
next
stop.
level. A
I don't know,
bigger,
it's just
a
I don't- I
higher
don't
sugar
believe in
daddy.
swearing.
All right. Enough of the girls I'm in the studio with. Let's open our lines to other
Exactly.
people. If you are a sugar daddy, call. If you are a holo show, call. If you understand
If you want
this
to
business,
join the business,
no, we're
Zika.
not advertising that type of business.
Or if you're practicing like Amal,
Zika is
Zika, did you
Zika's
initiate
specialization
me?
is married men.
I feel like a lot of wives. Are
please,
gonna
when
call.
Naomi is talking
Hey,
about
Alright,
not,
wives,
when
if
Naomi
you
is
are
talking
okay
about
with your
not sugar
husband
daddy, so
having a concubine, please call. If you are a concubine, please call. Let's not be ashamed.
Yes.
Let's not be hypocrites.
Yes.
I will not abuse you. Last, I'll tell you that what you are doing is wrong.
Okay.
But I will not abuse you. I'll just call you dingbat.
Hello.
Hello? Hello? Yes. How are you doing? Go ahead.
Yes,
yes,
go
we
ahead.
can hear you. Go ahead. Good evening, sir. Go ahead. We're getting old.
No matter the word you use to sugar daddy is not a right thing to do, or sugar mommy.
Okay.
Understand? Because when a man is married, he's supposed to just be tied to the wife. The summary of everything I'm just trying to say is that no matter how you say.
All right, we're going to take other calls. Sorry, we lost that one. Let's take another one.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening. Go ahead.
I don't know the point the ladies in the house are trying to pass.
I also don't, oh. Thank you very much.
I'm actually standing with you, Daddy. Please, please.
Make your
I'm
point,
standing with
please.
you on this, so I don't know.
Somebody said some girls have paid school fees through sugar daddies. Some girls have gone to school to sugar daddy.
But it's not a lie. It's not a
If
lie.
you are supporting sugar daddy, your husband will likely be a sugar daddy.
God
Some-
forbid.
Amen.
God
What did
forbid.
you just say?
God forbid. God forbid.
Amen and amen. Amen.
No, but it's,
Na them. Those ones.
No, but you know-
Amen to this.
Na their type.
If you're wishing sugar daddy, your husband will be a sugar daddy to somebody else.
no, but let me tell you.
Hold on. Let me
Please don't even allow me
pray. I'm
talk.
in the mood.
No,
Don't even
no,
allow
no,
me to
let me skip the prayer.
These are the boyfriends that will not allow
Amen.
their
This thing will
girlfriends.
come to pass.
Let me not even talk.
He
Please.
will
I
fight
don't
for
even
you
need to talk.
alone. But you know, there are wives who actually,
Bye.
there are wives who actually appreciate side chicks because they say their husbands don't stress them.
Their wives who appreciate side chicks.
Yes, because they believe that side chicks take the burden off them as wives. Because by the time your husband comes home, he's guilty because of what he has done, so he just wants to shower you love and give. So their
He
wives
just
who
wants
actually
to shower
the wife
and
will-
give you love.
the wife, not the
No, that's what normally men do. They shower and then give you your share of love. All right?
But yeah, they're actually wives who appreciate side chicks. So it's not all women that
If you are a wife and you appreciate side chick, call. If not, I'm
I
going
mean,
to
that
beat this
please, there was
Uganda
a video.
woman.
Please help me and call.
A man was saying that. Listen, a man was saying that his wife and his
I know, I've
girlfriend,
watched it.
they know each other.
So they're actually women that are cool with this because it takes a burden off.
But he unfortunately does
I
not know
haven't
his wife's
seen
boyfriend or his girlfriend's
But my
husband.
That he's taking the burden away from her.
All right, let's take a call. We've got a call coming through.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Okay. I don't know why the lady shut me out.
Okay, continue. Sorry. Don't mind them.
The point is, what goes around comes around.
Amen.
So it's very simple.
Sorry, what you're trying to say is seed time, harvest time.
Yes.
God
None of
bless
us,
you.
none of us have sugar daddies.
None of us have sugar daddies now.
Are you sure?
I will beat the two of you with this.
Yes.
In fact,
I'm
I
out
will
of
beat
this. No. How would you use Naomi
Let's
to
listen
beat
to
her?
him. Let's listen to him.
Hello.
I want you to know that so many ladies out there are listening to you right now.
Okay.
So whatever you say or whatever you portray, they might reason towards that direction.
Oh, please.
So what you as a person cannot take from your husband, I don't think you should even support it outside.
Amen.
But are you, what we are saying is actually
I'm in
true.
support
The
of
people who
this.
have been supported through school with the help of sugar daddies. We're not saying it's right. We're saying they have helped. They're in a way
If
of
your
blessing.
parents had planned their family right, other people would not have had to raise you.
Well,
Well,
things
we're
happen.
Things
stuck here in
happen, right?
Nigeria. How we're stuck
Sometimes
here in a
things
country
just go
like
So
that.
you must
And
collect
people-
another woman's
No.
labor.
I said, and that's what I said. Not every sugar daddy wants sugar.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead with your question, sir.
Okay, so the lady, how would you react if you find out that your husband is training a girl in school?
Oh, God, you still be a sugar daddy.
Amen.
Beg.
How would I react? I would be mad, but maybe maybe I'll try.
You would be what?
Mm.
You would be what?
Give us because you know that your husband will not do that free of charge.
Not every guy is like that.
Not every guy is like that. Not every.
I mean, if you're like
not
that,
every
then
sugar daddy.
You
is
guys
like
would
that.
know, definitely.
First of
Tell
all,
us about how.
Daddy freeze. It's like Regina
From
Daniels.
experience.
Wait, it's like Regina Daniels and her husband now, right? At the point where they were dating, wasn't he like a sugar daddy to her?
Exactly.
Now, isn't he married to her?
We didn't know that story.
So
Yes.
this is- What? Okay, so they just met one day and got married.
He
What
met
if he
her.
never slept with her till he got married?
However, he was still in her life as a sugar
I'm
daddy.
still sponsoring her. So at least
And he had plans to get married to her.
To her.
no, he did.
Does it? Does that?
Did you
does
have to get married to
does the
her?
sugar daddy even know any member of your family?
No.
No, they
Exactly.
tell us
And
now
her
what to do,
husband
but
knows
you just-
about the girl's family.
No,
He had intentions of getting married to her.
When did he tell
excuse
you
you.
that?
Does somebody? Can a man just meet you today and say, "Oh, I want to marry you today"? No, it's in
You get to
See,
know
if
each
a
other.
man meets you today,
Right?
he will have intentions of getting married to you, so he'll be working towards
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
He will date you
Leave her
first.
alone.
people want
Exactly.
friendship first.
No.
Some people want
Let's take
friendship
another
first.
call. We've got another call coming through. All right, welcome. On what side of the table are you?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening. You've called today, Abby?
No.
Okay, all right. Go ahead. I thought it was the first guy. Your name is Philemon.
Simeon.
All right, senior, go ahead.
Okay, first of all, that I must say that I'm really disappointed to hear some of the ladies that I have there in the studio saying what they say. I heard that sugar daddy is nothing is really wrong because they help young ladies that maybe need school fees or maybe need some kind of some kind of welfare. What I just want to say in a very simplified way is that you have that somebody help you does not make that thing right. Sugar daddy is a sugar daddy. This man has a wife somewhere, and somebody is telling me that it's because of the situation. It is not good. It is not biblical. It's a sin. Because I know that.
No. You cannot say it's not biblical. Oh. David had. You can say it is not Christian, but it is biblical. Very, very biblical. David had 10 concubines that he was training in school.
He had a younger wife.
You cannot always take what is in the Old Testament to marry the teacher.
But he said the word biblical. If you had said it is not Christian, it's different.
But I'm not saying that it is not right. It is not good in any way you do it.
Hold on. What if I decide that I want to follow David?
I know that none of them.
Because most of you, your prayers begin and end inside Psalm and Proverbs.
There was house until you see another lady outside. So what you not like to come to, you don't ever wish it or say it out. And then people are
Nobody is wishing. We're not wishing.
I
it to
agree with that,
anybody.
though.
Oh, we wishing
No,
everyone
we're not
bad.
wishing it to anybody. Don't confuse it. And
We are
we're not
wishing
even
people
saying,
education.
And we're not even saying that it is right. We're not even saying that it is right. We're just saying if we're going to count it here in Nigeria, whether it's been a curse or it's been a blessing, I would
It's
say
actually
to
in the
some
middle.
people it has been a blessing to them because there are a lot of people who are in the positions where they are now that they probably would not have reached if they did not have that sponsor.
Hey, hey.
Some
you
people still
understand?
have been in their
If they did not
countries
have
by
that
now
sponsor.
if they did not have sponsor.
That is
You
the
know,
best
I'm
sponsor,
not Guilty conscience.
Guilty conscience.
You know, some people won't have been in the positions where
All
they
right,
are
we've
today
got
if
more
they didn't
calls
get.
coming through. Sugar daddy, blessing or curse? What's your take? Capital. God bless.
Karma is a woman.
Where are all the Olosho's in Lagos?
Karma is
You
not
not
a
call
good
us
thing.
now and defend yourself.
Karma is not a good thing. You wouldn't want
their
to.
girlfriends and
Girlfriends
the
are
ones calling
calling.
to say it's
They
a
say
curse.
curse,
It's
it's
a
a
curse,
curse.
my dear. We understand.
Ladies, where are you?
Please,
You
something
come
that
and
is
defend your
wrong.
handwork.
Very free.
All of you driving Range Rover and earning 100,000 a month. We know
Without
you.
working.
In fact, if they're earning, that's even a good thing. There are those that are not earning at all.
No, some people earn 100,000 in a month in their
Hello?
work, but then they pull up in the 2014 range.
Hello. Okay.
All right, you're here. Go ahead.
What people don't, what these ladies don't understand is that at the end of the day, you want. Because
Turn down your
Amal or
radio.
whatever she call herself.
Hey,
Oh,
first of all,
they're
address
properly
me.
them. Mind you, they have like 20 men and they're still counting.
First of all,
So,
What did I just say?
you said
You have
you have
what?
20 men and you are still counting.
Please turn down your radio.
Wow.
All right, let's take all
did
the
he
calls.
find that out when he visited?
When he
I don't know.
applied.
20
From
plus.
Instagram, because I'm pretty sure he hasn't been there before. So how would he know anything?
Oh,
Let's take.
why would men be so foolish? How can you accuse Amal? You saw Zika here, you
It
don't
reminds me
talk.
of-
Oh my god, why? How would you call me?
You,
Me,
you,
I
you
told
saw
my own.
Zika on the ground. You did not say it's Amal. That in her whole life is only one guy.
Hey, it's not true.
First of all, I don't understand why guys are being all emotional.
I'm like, why
about
you
this.
mad, though?
Let's just be rational. Let's be rational.
Let's be
and
rational.
Talk about this thing. Do you understand? Some of you have even collected money from your babes that had sugar
Ọlọ́run ò
daddies.
tiẹ̀ ní jẹ́. Ah,
Some
I'm
of
an Ibadan man with pride.
Some of you even know that your babes have sugar daddies.
But let me not
and you
lie,
still-
there was
you're
one
still
babe
in
I
that
dated,
relationship.
though.
So, what's all
Ah,
this hypocrisy for?
I just remember that worry girl.
Yeah, actually, that's true. Boyfriends give their yeah.
Exactly. Some
Based
boyfriends
on
give their
the,
babes to sugar daddies.
come for
A
the
friend
end
of
of
mine told
party
me-
dinner with my boss.
Yes.
All of those invites.
A friend of mine told me that her friend's brother said that any of his babe that doesn't have a sugar daddy is wasting her time. Do you
All right, let's
understand?
pick
So you
calls.
guys stop being.
All right, we've got a call right here.
hello?
Oh, finally.
It's you.
Hello, hi.
Have you called today?
No?
Oh, she's a girl.
Are you a lady?
Yeah.
A lady! Yay! All right, go ahead.
I'm calling from First Park.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm really, really disappointed in the girl. And I hope I don't have any girl that will come and take my husband from me.
Don't worry, this one's in the studio wheel. Just leave the husband.
Just pray they would.
No.
That you are planning on getting married.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. What car does your husband drive?
He drives a Toyota.
Which Toyota?
Which color?
Don't worry. It's
I want to tell you if he's safe. You get the kind of Toyota he go drive. Don't worry, he will go out and come back by himself. Wait, does your husband drive 2018 Range Rover? Does your husband drive 2018 LX 570?
There is freeze. Allow her to make her point.
No, because some people also have to understand that when they are talking about, some people have to understand that when they are talking about sugar daddy, it's not their kind.
Is that they? No, but there are different levels.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's why I told you.
Different
No,
We've got new
that's why I
calls
told you that
coming
Amal has
through.
a higher level.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so my own take is I believe I won't say it's right or wrong, but I believe the fact benefited from it doesn't necessarily make it right.
Exactly.
God
I'm
bless
saying
you.
That.
That's exactly what we are saying.
We're not saying it's right, Daddy. Please don't get it wrong.
You are not saying that it's
We're not
right.
saying it's right. We're just saying it has benefited
I
people.
thought you say it's a blessing.
Yes, not all blessings are right.
Really, it's not something. So my own take is, I don't think it's more of a curse. It also makes these modern day girls to want more than they really should try to have.
Okay.
Thank you very
I
much.
think- I
One
think
more
you-
call. One more call. Hold on, guys. Hello.
Hello, Daddy, please.
Go ahead, sir.
Good evening. First of all, ladies in the house, good evening.
Good evening.
That good evening is like the one that comes before the onslaught.
Evening.
They are just doing this for clout. And that's it.
Who is doing what for clout?
That are just saying things. You understand? I think so, because maybe they want to train. Because if they
I don't understand.
Who is chatting clout here?
everything they say, because if they don't mean it, they are doing it for clout. If they mean it, when they get married, their husband is not a cause. Must also have a sugar baby as by the side.
You're
That's
right.
just it. But if you ladies
Yeah.
are doing it for clout, so many guys don't know.
I don't mind if you use
so
your
let's be
girlfriend.
careful. That's please, they may be doing it
You'll come back.
for clout. Meanwhile, deep down, they don't mean it. So I think they need to be careful anytime they are just on air saying things and you don't know what you are prophesying for your own future. No matter what, nemesis will catch up. When you are saying
You've not
a
answered
man, sugar daddies are
still in
helping
class.
ladies, do that. Then your own husband also in the future also will have someone by this side.
Daddy,
That's
please.
the way it's supposed to be.
Can we end it now?
So let's be guided. And please tell your ladies to be careful.
Wow.
I'm meeting a lot of ladies. I don't like this. In fact, some ladies follow things they say. When we went around, Naomi was the one always saying control or share things. And we calling maybe to speak with you to really know. Maybe that she's just trying to be controversial. You yourself, I know you.
Please.
All right.
Can I?
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you very much.
Actually, I remember him. Remember the one who called saying, "I have a village."
Let's take one more call. One more call.
Something.
One more call. One more call.
Okay.
Come now, turn off the radio on the Marwa.
No.
When you be riding Marwa and be loud in the radio. Oh yeah, go ahead. We're listening.
Anyways, the thing is, man by imperfect nature is polygamous. However, you may try to sugarcoat it as much as you like. When you enter, the truth is it is prostitution. The fact that a man has you as a sugar baby, or whatever, if he has one, no, he has more than one. He will probably have 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
To him, he sees you. Hello?
We're right here. We're listening with apt attention.
To him, he is seeing you as a prostitute. And he probably is telling other of his friends that they can also have you too. That is the truth. And it doesn't add anything at all. In fact, it's taking more away from you. And like other people have been saying, the fact that you've done it to other people, it will also be done to you by the time it gets to your turn.
I rebuke.
And the long and short, it is prostitution.
All right, thank you very much, and let us round this
First
off.
of all, I think what people need to understand, a blessing is not always a right thing. If Daddy Freeze drops $100 and I pick it, it's a blessing. But is it right that I pick the money?
Exactly.
No. But it's going to help my life somehow. So the fact that someone is benefiting from having a sugar daddy does not make it right, but it doesn't dispute the fact that it is a blessing.
Exactly.
That's what people have to
So
understand.
the person that
So-
benefited from it.
All of you pastors calling us, and saying our
It will
husbands.
happen to
Are you just
It's
you.
okay, you will supply the
without
sugar
something?
babies.
And then I feel like we should stop acting like these things don't exist. We know that there are sugar daddies. We know there are girls that are benefiting from sugar daddies.
And we know
It
they take
exists.
your girlfriend.
It exists.
And they're definitely
and
exchanging
what
it
we're
with
saying is,
something.
we're not saying that it is right. No, we're not saying that it is right. We're not saying having to be with another woman's husband is right. All we're saying is people actually do benefit from this thing, and it's reality.
But it's
You see,
absolutely wrong.
let's be honest. Let's
very
be very honest. After going back and forth, there are men who are in bad marriages who are lonely and bored and require the competence of
A young girl.
of an Olo show.
Hey, daddy free. Maybe an
So
intelligent
now.
mind.
You know, let's call a spade, not a garden tool.
Yeah.
And there are some women who were married to the wrong man and probably
Need a
needed
spice.
somebody to help them pack their belongings by the side of the road where they belong. You know, so some people have benefited from this thing, whether you like it or not, one way or the other. But is it right? Absolutely not. We've got to be honest.
Yes.
I wouldn't use the word blessing.
Yeah.
Some people have been in situations where they have benefited. Doesn't make it a blessing.
Blessed.
It's not everything you benefit from
It's a
that's a
blessing.
blessing.
But given the example I just gave, it is a blessing, but it's not right.
No, it's not a blessing.
It's not a blessing
The
though.
fact that you benefited from it,
You don't know what will
doesn't make
happen.
it
You
a
don't know the
blessing.
outcome of the body. You don't know what
do you
will happen
understand?
later.
And it will always have a repercussion. I'm sure we know that.
Yes.
You'll always have it, and you're always gonna share your man.
Then free is not always.
No, not all the
I'm
time.
praying
Not
for
always.
Naomi. What you did in the past won't really haunt you. I pray that only 20% of what you did would be given back to you. So brace yourself. Your marriage is
Wow.
going to be a rocky boat.
No,
will
hell
not.
no. God forbid.
Because Naomi is a
forbid.
very, very good girl, by the way.
I'm a sweet girl.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna
As
have that
for you,
issue in my
Zika.
marriage.
Zika. As for Zika,
What did I do?
They will drive your husband's car.
You know the funny thing?
They will follow your husband
Daddy,
home.
please, I reject it. I reject this.
Between this.
I'm standing with you. How come you're cursing me now?
you're moving.
You know, I told you. No, I wasn't like. I said it's wrong. I said I was not in support of it.
She
She
have
did
you heard
not
of the
do,
bat?
but she would.
Have you heard of the proverbial bat? There was a war between the birds and the animals. So when the birds caught the bat, hey, this one of the bats had me. Can't you see my wing? I'm one of you people. The next day, the bat was walking. The animal, yeah, we've caught him. Can't you see his wings? He's one of them. Bats had me. See my teeth.
That is actually Zika.
That's not true. That's not true.
So the
please.
bat,
You
when
guys
it's
shouldn't listen to
convenient,
Daddy
she's a
Fish. That's
rat.
not true, please.
When it's
You're the only
convenient,
one
she's a
saying
bird.
It's not true,
You're the
please. It's
only one
not true.
saying
It's not
Literally,
true.
no one is standing by you.
I don't want anybody to down by me, but I know it's not true, please.
As long as
Please,
you
you
don't
guys
stand
shouldn't
on the
listen.
road.
Exactly.
Of course,
But
I'm
you know,
not.
Wikipedia shows that another word for prostitute is business girl. So I'm
Yeah,
going
you're
to
a
go.
business
I'm going to go and look at
girl.
all
You're a big
DMs
girl.
again.
Daddy Fish, what did you say?
Business
Another word
girl.
for
Are you not
prostitution
a
is what?
business girl.
And what would you call Naomi?
Career enthusiast.
What would you call Naomi that's a real businesswoman here?
Oh my
Are you the
goodness.
one who initiated that? The one you're talking
Are you the one? Are you the one that initiated me? This one you're calling me a business girl?
Amongst the three of us, you're the one that is into business here, right?
Hello.
You're the one doing business with different people now.
Wow. How many? Let's not just count. Let's not. Amal, you know someone told you yours is
But you
20
told us
plus.
About it now.
20 people are counting. So your own is just some. It's just.
All right. Enough of this, because you know this is the generation of the easily enraged woman. So we've got to be very careful. I know some people are gonna take offense and are gonna cry. Not that I care. I actually care. Before people come and start getting angry.
Listen.
And I love you.
Yes.
I love
we're
y'all.
done. After that, we're
There's
done.
even a movie.
Of what of you?
Business Girls 1. G, what's up?
Is this not Zika?
Oh, that's Amal. That's Amal. Can't you see her? That's Amal. Oh my
All right,
goodness,
guys. See
Amal.
you tomorrow. We love you.
Yes. Oh my God.